Hiya, Cosmic Cat is back. Let's do our daily affirmations for the inner child. Today is January 29th, and it is new moon day. So it's a very special, good time for us to plant seeds of intentions. Would you like to have in your life? What would you like to bring into your life? Would you like an abundance of something? Love, money, finances, stability, a home, a car, material items, or something personal in your life? Maybe some balance within your body, peace, inner peace. There's a lot of different things that you can ask for here. But today is all about relationships. I allow others into my life. As a child, I was hugged too tight, smothered in the embraces of grown-ups I didn't like. I wanted to push them away, but I wasn't allowed to. They were the adults, and they could do whatever they liked. So I learned to shut them out with my mind. I curled it into a tight ball deep inside, the only position in which I felt safe. I do not want to live like this anymore. It's lonely in here. I'm sick of living in constant tension with the world. I'm ready to come out. Today, I will allow my inner child to relax and welcome others into his or her world. I know there is enough room here for people who treat me with respect and kindness. I can protect myself and still allow others into my life. This is absolutely a beautiful message today. Relationships. How are your relationships? Okay, let's pull a Mystic Sisters Oracle card here to see what guidance we can get, what other energy we can have, perhaps from a deity. Okay, let's see. And today we have Lilith. Lilith. A lot of green is giving me Mother Gaia energy. If you're in a place and space where you can go out into the yard, your yard, grass, perhaps be grounded, ground yourself barefoot on the ground, hug a tree, touch a tree, close your eyes, feel that tree. Trees have a lot of knowledge they can give us. Without trees, we wouldn't exist. So it's very important for us to keep in mind where we came from and how we are even able to survive and breathe in air. Breathe in the air that we so pollute all the times with our human existence. Lilith, self-actualization, power. Yes, there's definitely a lot of power here. I'm also feeling energy of Archangel Metatron. She is in complete control and has energy all over, and there is no shame, no guilt. Allow others into your life. Her arms are open wide, and she's ready to receive. The goddess Lilith represents determined feminine self-empowerment. According to myth, Lilith was the first female created in the Garden of Eden. When the Creator discovered her to be dominant over her male counterpart, he was displeased and cast her out of Eden. Lilith returned in the form of the serpent who tempted Eve to eat fruit from the tree of knowledge. Drawing this card is symbolic of the need to exercise personal power. There is no sin in embracing your own nature. There is not to say there will not be pushback or consequences, but you are still called to be what you will be. This is the message that I have for you today. And yes, Lilith, it's very interesting. Today is the Chinese New Year, and it actually just went, today is the day where it went from the wood dragon, ended yesterday, and now we are in the wood serpent year. So you may want to check your zodiac and see what year you were born, see if that matters, see what happens with you for that. But yes, it's interesting that this Lilith is also resembling Eve, if you go by the Bible, the Old Testament, and how Lilith came back, Eve came back in the form of the serpent to tempt Eve to eat the fruit, the tree of knowledge. It's absolutely wonderful. Exercise your personal power. Yeah, I think this goes hand in hand with relationships. when you're feeling like you don't want to live with shame anymore, with guilt anymore, with the essence of what, I mean, this is what the world was created on, you guys. The world was created on the base of women being called witches, burned at the stake for having this inner knowing, this knowledge of Mother Earth, Gaia, like Kali, like it's there, Lilith. It's there because that is where the power, the inner power within you lies. It's not to be used for control. Yet that is how masculine side of ourselves and masculine side of the world sees and perceives it to be. And that is why 13, which there are 13 moon cycles, that is the moon is feminine energy, the sun is masculine energy. That is why there is this disbalance and discord. Masculine energy gets displeased, like it says here. It says, when the Creator discovered her to be dominant over her male counterpart, he was displeased and cast her out of Eden. Displeased. That's when, ego steps in. That's when the fear comes. Oh, wait, a female is going to come in and has more knowledge than the male? How is that? We can't have that. That's not allowed. No, we're going to change the script and we're going to make it look better for us because we're in power. We're a king. We're in control. We're the one writing this book. So if you do believe and follow the Bible, if you have ever had those questions about parts of the Bible as far as women being witches, women being called whores, Friday the 13th being considered devilish. I mean, it's all part of suppressing the feminine energy. And everyone has this. This is not a battle between male and female, between him and her, or, a battle between someone better. The thing is that it's created and perceived as though it's a battle of the male wanting to be dominant over everyone, everything, which includes the female. And, it's intimidation. It's, oh, well, how do they know that? How do they know to work with herbs? How do they know that this plant kills all of our cows and that this plant can save the cows and save humans? How do they know that this plant helps human bodies, in a certain way? It's very fascinating when you start to really actually question things that you were raised to not ever question, to just go by this word because it's written right here, It's also fascinating for me to think, as a Reiki practitioner, to see so many people that disbelieve energy, or disbelieve that there is dark energy and there is light energy, or disbelieve that energy within our bodies could use some TLC. It's interesting to me that because you can read it in black and white and you can touch it, it's tangible, whereas energy you cannot. That that the human mind automatically believes. We automatically believe what we can see and touch and feel, and because, well, it's there. Let me ask you this one question. Ask yourself this. Do you believe everything that you read or find on the internet? Do you? Because that is the first thing that's coming to my mind right now at this time, as far as things that you can see, but are they really true? Are they authentic? Or is there a backstory to that as to, why someone would want to change or alter true, genuine, authentic scriptures, whatever the case may be? yeah, that's something to sit with. Also, for those that have the disbelief of energy, do you not believe in oxygen? Do you not believe that you breathe and that you can only see your breath at certain times when you're extremely freezing cold and you're blowing it out? But otherwise, it's oxygen, it's air. We can't really see air. We just know that it's there. So these are things that are coming up right now, and I'm flowing a lot. Archangel Michael is here. Mother Gaia, Divine Goddess, she is here with us. Lilith wants you to call on her for your relationships, for you to allow others into your life. And sweet Delia, kitty cat, wants you to know, yeah, she's just crying out. She has a lot to say about this. She does. You hear her? Yeah. If you have a kitty, hug her, hug them, him or her, hug them and hold them close. They are natural, they are ancient cleansers of the soul. They have been worshipped in ancient Egypt, and it's not just not by chance. It's definitely there. They clean you. They help you. They take on mini pets. They take on our pain. They take on what we're feeling, our aches, what's going on with us. They do that as loving healers, and they really they're healers. They're natural born healers. I mean, if you've ever seen your cat stare off into a corner, and there's nothing that you can see there, that doesn't mean that there is nothing there. So, yeah, it's very fascinating to me, all of this. Were you hugged too tight as a child? Were you smothered by energy that wasn't yours and you didn't want to take, but it was projected onto you and you were stuck? I mean, you just had to do it. And then you built up what they call walls. It's time to actually tear those walls down and gain your sense of safety and security within yourself. That is what the inner child work is all about. And when I say work has had a negative connotation because oftentimes we work just to get a buck, right? I mean, not everyone, the majority of humans on this planet do not work and make money doing things that they absolutely love and they're passionate about. Not everyone has been blessed with that. And with that being said, work kind of can have a negative connotation. So I would like to ask that you first retrain your brain with the mentality of work and start to do something within you or for you that is a positive work. Maybe it's a hobby that you have. Maybe there is something that you'd like to learn more of. Get creative. Work with your hands doing something, whether it's paper mache, drawing, writing, painting. I mean, these are all using your hands, and your hands are very sacred. Your whole body is sacred, but your hands are extremely sacred. Think how you could live, how one would live without their hands. Not that it's impossible, but if you don't have a hand, I mean, we know there are people that are amputees that live without limbs. I mean, if you know someone or someone close to you that is living that way, you probably actually experience it, as an empath, you experience what that is like, and you may appreciate your hands more because that you do still have them. Um, yeah, it's just so profound, this message that's coming through today about the blockage. So release has came up twice in the angel card number of the day. And this is the second day in a row. This is because we are stubborn. You are stubborn. You're stubborn, and you feel like, oh, release baloney, or I don't have anything to release, or I already let go of this. I'm fine. I'm great. But really, you know, deep down, you want a purpose in your life. You have a purpose that you want to live, and you must let go of what no longer serves you or your purpose. If you struggle with meditating, if you struggle with getting deep down into your inner self to reach your inner self, it's time to meditate, even if it's 5 minutes a day. Have some meditation. Start some meditation, 2 minutes or 5 minutes a day. There's an app, Insight Timer, you can actually set a time on. And some of you are concerned now about others around you. I just got that message. You're more concerned about what others are thinking or saying or speaking or projecting out into the world about you. And it's time for you to let that go. What others think of you is none of your business. What's most important, especially as you try to work with your inner child, is to stay grounded within yourself. It still means you need to take accountability for anything that you may have said or done that hurt others' feelings. It doesn't mean you bypass what you've done, as far as that hasn't been always kind or wise or helpful to those around you, to your relationships. It also doesn't mean that these grown-ups that you didn't like, that you just shut them out of your world. Now, there are some times that we do need to do that for our own space, so that we can hold space for ourselves, for our inner self. Our inner child needs that at times, and that is okay to do. Again, it's time to break free from the conditioned mindset that you've had, that we've all carried. But it's time to break free and start to actually ask questions. Ask questions to yourself, and then start looking and seeking answers. You can search YouTube for answers about anything that you are curious about. I recommend that. Because that is a good way to get a visual, and also it shows you you're not alone in this. You're not alone. I don't want to live like this anymore. It's lonely in here. If you don't want to be alone and you are going through these transitions, maybe you have an addiction, and you had an addiction and you're working on being clean, and now it's like a whole new world. It's starting from scratch all over. You don't, you kind of need to move away from the energies and the people that you once knew, because you don't want to live in that field anymore, that atmosphere. It's not that you don't send negative vibes or energy to them. You just like respectfully, it is time for me to move forward in this life. I want to be here now in this moment. And what can I do? How can I connect more with my inner self? And how show me. You can even ask your archangels or your spirit guides to actually bring those energies and those types of humans into your life. A law of attraction is real, and you can draw energies to you. I promise you, this works as long as you believe, as long as you have a desire, and as long as you set those intentions. It is a new moon today. I highly recommend that you do this today for yourself. Do this today. Write down your new intentions. Plant seeds, and you can meditate and visualize yourself literally planting a seed in your yard, planting a seed in your brain, planting a seed in your heart, seed in your belly. Plant a seed. See, this doesn't have to, we want to break free from limitations. So this doesn't have to be a literal seed. It can be. You can literally take a seed and go plant it today if you like. Whether you know that it's going to grow or not outside in this weather. I mean, we have ice and snow here in the, I think we're in the east coast of the United States, mid-east, Midwest. We're kind of like in the, we get chunked and wrapped into different sites when we're in the Kentuckiana area. So sometimes they say we're more north. Sometimes they say more south. You know, we are where we are, where we're at. But there may be something, I mean, you could actually plant something inside of your home, set it in front of a light with that has sunlight, or you could actually just go buy yourself a plant. Buy yourself a plant, and that could be like a resemblance of you, of the seed. That could be a resemblance of the seed. Maybe get familiar with the plant, learn about it, know how you can grow it, find out how you can grow it. That could be a new hobby that you pick up in order to maintain the momentum that you're on and not lose sight of, create the stable foundation that you desire for yourself. Because when you're in the unknown state of like leaving behind who you were, but yet also not where you want to be, you know, you're on this, you're on like a tightrope, you're walking this tightrope, and it can be real wobbly at times. So, you know, it's just important for you to pick up something that you can spend time with, something new to learn about, and break out of that comfort zone and set yourself free. Call upon Lilith. She wants to help you. Call upon her, read about her, learn about her energy, learn about what she can provide. Also, I recommend getting a green stone. Green is of the heart chakra. And yeah, allow your inner child to relax and welcome others into your world. I do, before we end this session, I do want to say, welcoming others into your world. If you're at a vulnerable state right now because you're still in the in-between, I do recommend before allowing others into your space that you call upon Archangel Michael to help protect you, put a shield around your aura from any, ask Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Please be present with me as I allow others' energies around my space. Only allow highest, purest vibration of light into my space at this time. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Okay, that is all I have for you today. I hope this resonates. Please let me know in the comments below. Have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.